Brotherhood approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is Blackest.
Anywho, do a intro.
You want to give it a shot? You want to get some practice in?
I'm trying to do no intros, nigga. And now the starting lineup for you got it. It's on you.
I knew you had a white voice impersonation. I didn't know you had the Bulls announcer from the 90s.
Oh man, I got a couple white voice impersonations, man. It comes with the territory. I got a couple of them. Nigga. Couple of them.
Hey,
Hey.
let me put it up again. Let me see that.
Bam.
Right there. Yes, sir.
And now. That's got a little too much hood in it. Bring it back a little. Meow, meow, meow. There's way too much hood in that. Meow, meow, meow.
Brotherhood language approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. This is black as fuck. I'm here by myself. I produced this. I'm going to talk by myself. I'm going to speak to myself. I'm going to give myself a like. I'm going to give myself a comment. I like talking to me. Myself like talking to myself. We enjoy each other's company. So that's how we're going to get down on episode 13. April 26th. Oh, man. Oh, look, we got a special guest. Everybody, give it up for B. Walt. No, nothing. Nothing, Rorschach. Nothing. Are you eating? Are you eating right now?
Am I eating?
Yeah.
What up, yo? I'm coming live from Chicago. Made it back to the crib. Took the base with me.
Okay. Well, it's great to see you. Kinda, sorta.
Hey, I like where the braids is going now. At first I was like, is he trying to be dude from Class Act? Or it looks like he's trying to be a little more Ja Morant now, which I fucks with. I fucks with Ja.
I fucks with Ja Morant. That's my favorite player in the league right now.
Bro, he be shitting on everybody. Like, hold on.
Everybody. Did you see him do the sham god like 2 nights ago?
Bro.
I
saw him do a double two-handed dunk.
He got the rebound, tapped boards with it, came down, sort of like Globetrotter faked it. Dude, I think it was Powell too, for who ain't been in the league 7 years playing defense. He went for the fake and then took a half little Harden step and then hit the three. And then came back and then off the pick and roll, hit him with the sham god, and then the crazy layup. The 6'3", I'm skinny finesse layup. I like Jay. Jay Murad is I need to go get his rookie card. That's a good investment right now. I need to do that right now.
He's small, but he'll still punch your ass, and he's stronger than he look. Like he be taking off.
Right. Yeah, he'll let you know. Motherfucker's gonna figure out who I am. Jay Murad, that's my guy.
I couldn't tell if he was doing the Duncan Pinder use or the Ja Morant, but I see that Ja Morant coming in. So
this is J.C. Penney's top of the line, buddy. All right. Actually, you look more like Kid than I do. So I mean.
Yeah, but you got the knots, the twisty these days. Remember when he was trying to be a hood nigga? Because what was it? Clay's character was like, look, man, I got a reputation, man. You need to get out here and get these bitches and this money. You know what I'm saying? It was a PG-13 movie. He said it somewhere in there once. Because it's PG-13. You can get away with it.
What was the word? The dissertation? Is that what it was? He was working on his dissertation? What the fuck is that?
He was working on a dissertation about how putting together a car was the same as having sex. Or something like that. That's an old movie, bro. Like
that's a real old movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they was probably our age now doing that movie an old time ago.
It goes to show you that Zion Williamson is a vampire because he was in that shit.
Oh, that's Blade Brown, bro.
That's weird.
That's Blade Brown.
That's weird.
That's Blade Brown. So we digress.
We have digressed like we always do.
Yeah, we can do that. Absolutely. Let's see. All right. Well, what you want? Where you? Okay. Just when I think we're about to get something started, you leave. What are you doing?
What's
going on?
I'm always here. I'm everywhere.
You just you gonna virtually just annoy me for the next 45 minutes. Is that what you're gonna do?
You know it's gonna be an hour and a half, and we got a meeting after this. It's gonna be about 3 hours.
Just tell all 12 people our business, don't you? Why don't you?
Yeah, niggas need to know we doing shit.
That was intense.
Yeah.
Okay.
We doing shit. We got shit coming up. We got things to do. We got itineraries and business meetings and all kinds of stuff. You be sharing calendar shit on Outlook, nigga. This shit. We corporate in the motherfucker when we gotta be shit.
All right. Well, which one you want to start with?
You pick, man. You set it up, bro. Like I said, I got pulled in too many directions. I saw the list. You can go in the same order that you had it because I'm with it. But once you get to that bottom three, boy, I'm taking notes. The nigga don't know shit about none of that. Let's go.
I think you do. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Please excuse that car that's not mine in the background. We're working around here. We're going to start with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Whoa.
The finale.
Wow.
Fatws. The White Wolf. The new Captain America. The new U.S. agent. And the power broker is back. All right, I mean, where do we start? Great. Really? You gonna leave again? Huh. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna call Cowherd.
Go ahead, man. I'm here.
I'm
here in spirit.
Anyway, so I enjoyed the show. We got a lot of action today. This is so funny. The day I'm over here. It was a great show. 6 episodes. I think that was enough episodes. I liked how they had Sam. He had to earn the right, not only just for himself, but for the audience to be Captain America. You know, I wanted to see a bit more Bucky, go Winter Soldier, as my partner in spirit would say. Yeah. No, it was a good, it was good. I don't feel like even when he flexed new suit from Wakanda, they UPS'd him the joint, with the new wings, and he got a couple new red wings, and he got some homies and stuff like that. I enjoyed the first scene more than I did the second one. Maybe it was because it was in the night. It had something to do with it. But nonetheless, it was all really done well. We know by his actions and by his personality what type of Captain America he's going to be, or at least where he is when they get into the movie. I think it's dope. They're going to give him a movie. Him and I would anticipate being in it because they like the odd couple. I'm glad they got a win because, like I said, they've been getting their ass beat since Civil War. The moment they got together, they've been getting their ass beat. They're like 2-9 or 7-9, and they just got into the playoffs, something like that, off a tiebreaker because the division's shitty. Steve Rogers is out for this season. But
well, I feel like you're talking about my Bears right now.
Your Bears, my Eagles. It's yes. But no, I enjoyed it. Everybody knows I wanted to see more Isaiah Bradley. They still owe me that fucking fight. It better be in Captain America 4. I'm gonna say that every time I see Sam now. I like how in his diatribe he was Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and Martin Luther King in about 2.5 minutes, just monologue about what other people need to do.
Dr. Martin Luther X. What is it?
Right.
Dr. Martin Luther X?
Dr. Martin X. Garvey, Marcus X. Luther. That sounds like a pimp or a porn star. But no, it was really well done. Different from WandaVision, for sure. U.S. Agent, I think they sort of, kind of fast fooded him real quick at the end. They gave him some redemption, but I think he can still go either way. I thought my girl from Seinfeld, who I'm forgetting her name right now, I thought she played more of a role in the end, but we'll see what happens in the next movies. I give it an 8. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give Wanda a 9 since we didn't do that. I prefer Wanda just because of how they structured the story. But both are very good. I'm looking forward to Loki, June 11th. Can't get here fast enough. Loki's got some weight now because that's 2 in a row that's hit. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier. B. Walt, glad to have you with us from all the way from Chicago. Looks like it's cold. Must be -6 degrees, sub-zero. See what I did there? That's for later. What did you think about Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Well, first thing I'm proud of myself is I actually did watch it on time. Watched it on time.
Huh.
I like Anthony Mackie. I mean, I've always liked Anthony Mackie except for Clarence. I hated him as Clarence. I wanted to punch him in the throat as Clarence. So I like Anthony Mackie. I like that, they basically trusted him with a character like Falcon. When you're talking about the MCU as a whole, people who don't know the story would assume, oh, Falcon, he's a secondary character. No, but he does carry some weight, especially after Steve Rogers leaves and stuff, because he does become Captain America. I'm glad that they did show that. I would have liked the series to be more than 6 episodes, just because I was looking forward to watching it every week. I still didn't get enough Bucky being Bucky. But I mean, other than that, that shit was hot. I like how it went. I like how it went. So I'm looking forward to what happens after that in that timeline with them. I know we got you said we got Loki pretty soon, what 2 months? And then we got the next phase of all the Marvel stuff. So just my enjoyment is seeing how all of that stuff fits together. Right. So like you have the movies that can stand alone, but my enjoyment is looking at it as a full body of work and how all the different pieces fit in. And if you followed the comic books as a kid, or you start to speculate, okay, which way they're gonna go with this, because they start teasing you different things. Like when WandaVision came out, I was like, oh shit, they doing this. This could be what's happening. And then all the shit that leaked about all the different Spider-Man is gonna be in Spider-Man. It's like, oh shit, they're gonna do this multiverse shit. And if they're doing multiverse shit, then they gotta do Doctor Strange. So it's like it's like allowing yourself to chase that item down said rabbit hole and see where it turns out. And so like every new character they introduce, or every new, I guess, story arc they introduce, it's kind of in my mind piecing together where it's gonna go. So I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good addition to the overall body. I give it a B. I give it a B. Like I said, I fucks with Anthony Mackie, so I give Anthony Mackie a B plus. But the series overall is about a B. I like WandaVision better than that too. just because you knew WandaVision was going to be off the wall. And WandaVision had so many, I wouldn't even call it Easter eggs, but they alluded to so many things that we watched as kids in WandaVision. Like, I mean, sometimes they was in the Brady Bunch's crib. Sometimes they was at Dick Van Dyke's, like that kind of shit. And then when they spell it out for you at the end on why everything was going that way, it's like, oh, yeah. So I give WandaVision a 8.7, and I give Falcon and Winter Soldier 86.
You said 8.6?
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty close for you then.
Mm-hmm. Only because I'm expecting Loki to be better than both, and I need some wiggle room. I can't give them both 9s and shit, and then Loki blows them. I gotta leave Loki some wiggle room. We may need to come back and revisit the scoring.
Yeah, Loki has got some pressure on him, to be honest. Like, because how WandaVision felt to me, I feel like Loki would feel something similar, like how they approach the story and things like that. But we, that's still fresh in our minds. We still had a good time with that. Some people still watching that. It might be one of those things where it's like, okay, it might be too much of the same. And I hope not. I think there's a way to do that where it works. Loki's a great character, one of my favorites. We'll see. We got June 11th, so we got a little time. It's not quite 2 months. About 6 weeks from now. But nonetheless, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like I do agree with you on the whole Winter Soldier thing. I wanted more of him. He was more of a somber character in this, and obviously that was intentional. Excuse me. But he didn't. Like I feel like he could have done a bit more. But that's just me picking it apart. I had a great time with it. Watched it several times the last episode. It was good. It was done really well. Let's keep it moving. The quote unquote hit of the weekend, maybe, kind of, sort of.
Can't hit these nuts, nigga. That shit was trash.
Let me announce before you shit on it.
It was fucking booty.
Oh man. It was Mortal Kombat, the movie on HBO.
Yo, we got a guest. Niggas is showing up. Live and direct from Chicago, Mr. Aaron. Coat. You're being recorded, homeboy. He just jumped in the middle. I had to say something. This was amazing. He is a thousandth guest. 1,000. Tell him what he's won, Skinny. Tell him what he's won. You gonna disappear, bro? Really?
You gotta act like we done this before, man. You're getting all excited. Someone show up.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was trying to play it cool as a fan. I hit a mitt and I just kept going. He's like, oh, we got a fan. You went with a soldier.
Yo. But anyway.
What up, Aaron? Shout out to you, Aaron. Appreciate you joining us. You got some good time, and we're about to shit on this Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, let's talk about this movie. So, all right, I watched it. It was on HBO. HBO Max, the best streaming app, in my opinion, that's out there right now.
Agreed.
Dropped Friday. On nothing but spoilers because you motherfuckers had 3 days to watch this bullshit. Yeah, we got to, Aaron. We got to. We gave you 3 days. I know you got kids, which I just found out, but 2 + 2 is 4, bro. So I watched it once, and then I spoke to B Walt, and he was like, "This shit is trash." And I was watching it, and I was like, "It ain't that bad. It's okay." And then I wanted to get, I wanted to be fresh in my mind when we did the show, so I watched it again today. And you're right, B Walt. That shit is really trash.
It was
really
trash.
It's really trash.
Trash. And shout out to Pete, Pistol Pete Jr. because he watched it too. He watched it too. And this
what did Pete say?
Yo.
What did Pete say?
He thought the shit. Look, man, like this blew my mind, man. Look, I'm gonna have to give you a little bit of background. Me and Pete became cool over quality programming. We are friends today because of the Boondocks and Dave Chappelle. I'm gonna just say that. That's how we became homies. We homies for life now because of Dave Chappelle and the motherfucking Boondocks. However, Pistol Pete Jr. enjoyed the Mortal Kombat movie. Not only him, but his younger brother.
Nah.
His younger brother. They both liked it. That shit was.
Nah. No way.
That shit was terrible, bro. It was so fucking bad. Like, it started out good. Like, the first 7 minutes, I'm like, okay. But then as soon as they introduced that fake ass Lou Ryu Ken Masters Guile nigga, I was done. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing here with the symbiote fucking chest plate shit? Like, this shit was trash, bro. I couldn't get into it. I was this shit is garbage, dude. And then Pete was like, oh, well, they just doing that to set up 4 more movies. 4 more motherfucking movies that I'm not gonna see. The shit was trash. It was terrible. The story didn't make no sense. Jax looked like Steve Harvey on steroids. Like, the shit was just bad, bro. Like, I couldn't get with the shit at all, man. I couldn't get with the shit at all.
It's all right. Now, full disclosure, I was high when I watched it the first time, so I had a good time with that. That was a great experience for me. So
okay.
I was sober the second time, and I saw all these things that were just wrong, like that were just blatantly wrong. Like like from what I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't know that one was Chinese, Sub-Zero, and one was Japanese, Scorpion. Which is fine because that makes sense because that's the real thing. But why are they talking to each other in their native languages and they can't understand each other? Like, what's the point if they can't? And then then I'm thinking to myself, what's the point? And then he says, I don't understand nothing you said. I just sat here and listened to you though. Now you got to die. Like, what the fuck was all that about? Like, it was from a directorial standpoint, it was upsetting. The narrative didn't make sense. Kano has been cuffed in Sonya Blade's trailer RV for God knows how long. And then all of a sudden it's cool enough to like have a beer, do some drawings, lead them to Raiden's temple for $3 million he knows he isn't going to get. Like, all that made no sense. And the funny thing was, he was probably the best dude in the fucking movie. He was probably the best one. And the Raiden choice was trash to me from jump. I think Raiden needs to be taller. Aaron said, how's the fighting? Bro, I'll be honest with you. I've seen older kung fu flicks that were better, to be honest.
I'm gonna say this. The movie reminded me of a spoof that we would do with limited resources, and we played 3 or 4 different parts in the movie. Like, I could see myself being Raiden, Liu Kang, and Johnny Cage all at the same time. And where the fuck was Johnny Cage? Like, where the fuck was Johnny Cage? Johnny Cage was on a poster for. Come on, man. Like, the shit was ass, bro. Like,
So to your point about the production, it felt like a high budget fan made movie.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it was like, okay, this is good quality for like $40,000. You know what I'm saying? But see, this like it's kind of like a guilty pleasure because I'm the full disclosure. I'm gonna watch the other three because I'm gonna be high, and hopefully I'm with some people that we can talk shit about. We can talk shit about the movie with. But it's kind of like Dragon Ball. Like I know what's going to happen, but I'm still gonna watch it. I was mad they did my man Kung Lao. Like he shows up, he flexes the hat real quick. He get 20 minutes and he gone. He gone. He gone. He might come back, but I didn't like the fact that they had to dummy him like that. I didn't like that.
Yo, the story to Mortal Kombat 11 is better. Mortal Kombat, the actual game, Mortal Kombat, the game has never been known for having a good story. Like, let's just be real.
Never.
The game itself has never been known. The story for Mortal Kombat 11, when you do the story campaign, is better than the shit that I watched on Friday.
And that was, to that point, I had an issue with how they try to justify how everybody got their powers, the Arcana. Like, so wait, so you gonna give Jax these super steroid metal arms because of his spiritual chi? Nigga, what? They
gave Kano a laser pointer. That was his chi, nigga. He got a laser pointer. Like, this shit was
all bad,
man. This shit was really
like
bad.
That yoga arms.
Bro, that shit is, I'm telling you, it's probably, I mean, you know, the movie's been slim pickings this year and most of last year anyway because of COVID, right? So you taking what you can get. But what pisses me off is these people knew this shit was trash when they released it. They had to know it was bad. They had to know it was bad.
Bro.
They had to know it was bad.
And then
you don't take the dude from Superstore, make him Kano, and think that shit. Come on, man. And Kano was the best part of the movie. That's what makes it so funny.
Right. Like I wouldn't have enjoyed the movie as much as I did, which is nothing, if it wasn't for him. I didn't know that was a dude from Super.
He's the dude that plays the pharmacist in Superstore. I recognize the voice.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, this is the problem when you have white Americans doing some kung fu Asian based shit. Like, they're trying to make all this shit work and connect logistically, and it just doesn't. Like, his eye, Jax's arms, that has nothing to do with anything spiritual or metaphysical. Like, shut the fuck up about that. And then
he has a spiritual laser pointer, dude.
Right. And then my man and Cole, the guy from the main dude, who is Shatterstar, by the way. No one knew that but me or the people I was with. Like, I was like, yo, that's straight Shatterstar. His whole thing, like, how you get half of a suit from the Arcana? Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, and that was the thing. Warner Brothers, like, they were like, that has to happen. They inserted that into the narrative for whatever reason. I don't know why, but maybe because, it didn't make any sense because it took away from Scorpion. So now it's just kind of like, here's the thing. Everything Sub-Zero did, for the most part, I thought he had the best scenes. It kind of turned into like a horror story every time he showed up. They flexed his powers in a way I don't know, but it's not like I'm some, aficionado on Mortal Kombat. If Pete was here, he'd probably say yes, no, whatever. But the story in the MK11 is 10 times better than this one. And here's the thing I'm worried about, B. Walt. I actually think that's what they're leading to. That's where they're going with this in a roundabout way.
Well, you're gonna have to let me know because I'm not watching anymore. I'm not. I got better things to do with 2 hours out the day than wasted on some shit like that.
It's really fucked up how they killing Mehcad Brooks on this Steve Harvey shit. This might follow him for the rest. I didn't see memes talking about, oh, Sub-Zero hates Family Feud and shit like that.
Sub-Zero was the only decent part of the movie.
In terms of how it should have felt.
The Easter eggs, the fucking bullshit sayings, all that kind of stuff. It was like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, just make a good story. Make a good story first. Like, if you make a good story, then all of that stuff fits together. Then you can start to piece that shit in. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a bad story.
Right.
A bad story.
And then, yeah, the whole Sonya Blade thing, like, I don't know. I mean, you tell me, I thought the writing was the main, was the most guilty of them all, to be honest with you.
The story, story is important for me. The story is definitely the worst part. The actors weren't that great.
No.
Shitter Star or whatever the fuck you call homeboy, they could have just left him out. He was useless.
He was unnecessary.
He was useless. The dude that they chose, to play Shang Tsung, I don't have a problem with that, but he's always and forever gonna be that bitch dude from the Batman movie, the Christian Bale movie, the little dude from the second one that was moving the money. Right. So he was okay. I don't understand how the fuck homeboy, what's his name? Dude with the blades, this fast. I can't think of his name now. The one who knew Kano.
Baraka?
Oh, not Baraka, the other guy. He looked
Good
like
guy, bad guy.
He's a bad dude.
Reptile, Sub-Zero.
Nah, I actually like the Reptile shit. He looked cool when he came out. No, the other guy. He was one of Kano's homies. Oh, I know him. He's a piece of shit.
Cabal.
Cabal, yeah. What the fuck was he doing there at that point? Like he shouldn't even have been a part of the story at that point.
And see that, like, they have so many characters to get through. Because to your point about MK11, there's 42 characters in that movie alone. So like some of the OGs was getting knocked out super quick, so that they could get to all of them, or at least attempt to. I don't know if everybody's gonna make it. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. But to say this was disappointing would be an understatement, to be frank.
I'm upset that I plan out. You know how busy I am. You know how busy we are. I plan out my entertainment. Okay.
Right.
So when Thursday, Friday, Saturday comes along, I know what I'm watching. Thursday, it's all about Franklin Saint and Snowfall. Like, that's the shit. It's a great show. The season is over right now. We ain't got nothing else to do. If you haven't seen that, watch that. That shit it's amazing. Thursday is Franklin Saint. Friday, I had to pick between Winter Soldier and Mortal Kombat. We chose Mortal Kombat, man. We chose Mortal Kombat, man. It's like having some fire ass fucking weed rolled up tight and you can't find your fucking lighter. That's how I felt about it. It was terrible.
I'm glad that hasn't happened in a while, but I've been there. Yeah.
It was terrible. And you're just sitting there looking at what could have been.
Right.
But it doesn't happen.
Because let's just be clear, this wasn't Seven Samurai at all. This is Akira is turning over in his grave. It was I just didn't understand the whole justification of like Jax gets his metal arms from something spiritual. Like, you got military backing, you got a government sort of context in the back. Nigga got hurt on doing a mission. We still need him. Let's upgrade him. That's basic tropes. There's nothing out of the ordinary with saying that. Like, and then the whole thing with the, oh, you got the mark, the MK logo. Everybody's got the logo. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, there was some shit that was
that shit
like,
was like ringworm, bro. That shit was like ringworm. This shit was bad, dude. Like
3 out of 10 for me.
Man, that's too high.
No one yelled toasty. Nobody.
Yeah, but one of them said flawless victory, and another one said fatality. Remember that?
I do want to thank them for making Melina black and then showing her from behind in the beginning. That's all I'm gonna say. I thought that was a great camera angle. I'll just put it like that.
Well, technically, Noob Saibot was in it, but not really. You wouldn't know it was him yet.
Technically,
he was in it.
But remember, Cole Young beat Ed Tobias for the championship. Ed Tobias, like, get the fuck out of here. But this was definitely a miss. It was, coming off the game, because me and you hadn't played MK since before 11 in years. And this one, it was like, oh, this is a great story. Yo, this is a good game. I'm really hyped for this movie. But that's over and done now. So,
I was disappointed, bro.
Very disappointed.
The first Mortal Kombat was actually better.
Which is saying nothing.
It's saying nothing. The 90s Mortal Kombat. Then they they had already lost me 8 minutes into the film. 7 minutes into the film, I was like, okay. That 8th minute, I'm done. They'd already lost me. But we were sticking it out. Let's see what happens. They remixed the original Mortal Kombat music. Like, what the fuck is going on? What in the jock jams bullshit is y'all niggas pulling right now? Like, I couldn't get into it, dude. I was so fucking done with this shit, bro. Like, I feel like the movie just kept playing and we started doing other shit. Like, I turned to this.
Get on your phone.
Nigga,
get a drink.
Right.
Yeah. I will say the first time I watched it, I was like, this is cool. I'll watch the next ones. But after seeing it like sober, like, nah. A lot of meat left on that bone. A lot of meat. But yeah. That's enough shitting on Mortal Kombat. It was trash, though. Let's be clear if you didn't understand. That shit gets picked up on Thursday with the rest of the garbage. It was fucking trash.
Booty.
So I think you're right. A miniseries would have definitely been better because it gives you time to develop all the characters, all these characters that you got.
A miniseries would have been better if there was different writers, different producers, a different director. It would have been a great. You know what? I feel like we should just ask Zack Snyder to fix any shitty movie we see and just turn it into a miniseries. That's the best thing to do. I mean, because he fixed the Justice League. He fixed
the Snyder movie verse.
Yeah, just have Snyder. Anything that's trash, you should be like, look, just turn it into a miniseries. You do it, because then at least it'll be watchable.
Right.
Don't make it into one movie because niggas ain't got 6 hours to kill watching one movie. But turn it into a miniseries, 8 episodes. It honestly strong, but it's a lot better, huh? What?
They could have done 4 seasons and 12 episodes of Mortal Kombat. They had enough there to work with. Like, they actually had enough. And or get the fucking movie right. Like, it's disappointing. Ain't really much else to say. Let's get out of here.
Thinking about it though, last thought on it, a miniseries would work if you had all the other pieces in play. A miniseries would work really well. No, actually, you could stretch that. It could be because think about it. There's 11 Mortal Kombat games, and they all have very bare bones stories. You take that shit, You can build that shit out so it's not whack. You just need good writers and people who want to make something good. I feel like all these motherfuckers got together and was like, look, man, we still in the middle of COVID. Niggas ain't finna go to the show anyway. Let's just throw this shit out there. You know.
And that's another thing, like, and this is what we were talking about before when we were previewing the movie. I watched it because it was on HBO Max, and that was safe for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I would not have taken the chance to see this in the theaters because of exactly what the fuck happened.
We already said it. Look. We said last week, what did we say? Well, I said it. I was like, I'm excited for it, but I'm not. If it's whack, I won't be surprised.
Right.
If it's whack, I won't be surprised. And what did I text you? 10 minutes into watching it, I text you, we really need to talk about all the shitty video games. Like we need to find one good movie that's based on a video game. One good movie.
Aaron nailed it. That's it. Sonic, man.
Sonic, I haven't even seen that.
You gotta see it, bro. You gotta see it. They get that right. They almost fucked that up. Because going back to it, B-Walt, remember when they first debuted Sonic and he looked like a 30-year-old middle-aged white man with sneakers on?
No.
Yeah. Go Google it. And then everybody was like, yo, this is trash. Like, what is going on? And then they spent another $16 million to get him right. And it was worth it. That movie, Sonic the Hedgehog, is the shit. Absolutely. That's a great movie, Aaron. You're right.
Is that the best video game movie out to date?
We got it. Let's just make it we'll talk about it next week. But as of right now, yeah. Yeah. We got to make a list. I can't think of anything that was better than that. That was video game based. No. Because back in the day, all the movie
Assassin's Creed came out.
Did you see that movie?
Yeah, it was a C- at
right.
best. At best, on a good day.
Right. Sonic was better. What you got, Aaron? What you saying? Let me see.
He said it's the best version of a story of a speedy hedgehog with a pocket full of rings.
Yo, that's a good movie. It's a good fucking movie.
I'm gonna try to find it if I have
That's
time
enough about Mortal Kombat. Yeah, sub out MK and then get Sonic off the bench because MK's done. MK is fucking done. Yeah, Jim Carrey was perfect for Robotnik. They let him be Jim Carrey. Moving on, and B. Walt, if you got questions, feel free. We got to talk about Invincible.
This is where I'm just gonna mute it and you just go. I'm gonna take me a little 20-minute nap here. So I haven't seen it yet. I know nothing about it, but everybody's saying it's dope. So I'm trusting you for this.
Well, you seen The Boys, right?
Of course.
Okay.
I told you about The Boys.
No, you didn't.
No, you told me, and then I told Jaime.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And then I circled back around and told you because I forgot you told me, and then we ended up watching it all. Right, that's what it was. Okay.
So, Homelander, right? In Invincible, there is a planet full of Homelanders. Not just one, there's a planet of them.
Okay.
And the one that's on Earth, his name is Omni-Man. Okay. He's voiced, the character is voiced by none other than AKA Tenzin, AKA J. Jonah, AKA J.K. Simmons.
Oh wow.
Right. And bro, it looks like if you Google Omni-Man, like you can do that right now. It looks like J. Jonah as a superhero. That's what Omni-Man looks like. So I'm looking at J. Jonah played by J.K. doing Superman Homelander shit. it's fucking it's crazy. It's crazy. He's got a son with a human wife. The son is my man Stephen Young, the guy that's the dude from Walking Dead, correct? You know that better than me.
Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Young voices Sandra Oh is the mom. Who else is in it? Jillian Jacobs. All jokes aside, Reginald Bell Johnson has a school named after him in the show, and he's the principal. Like it's actually like I'm not even making that up. So it's got that. I brought up The Boys though because it's got that type of feel. Like there's humans, there's superheroes, and these superheroes don't give a fuck. They do crazy shit. They have a shield type of group or entity in the narrative as well, called led by a guy named Cecil. I forget who voices this character, but the shit is bananas. Like it's so the Avengers, right? B-Walt, the Avengers. Okay. There's a team that's the Avengers in Invincible. Omni-Man and them, they do things together. They're friends. They hang out. They save the world, shit like that. By the end of episode 1, Omni-Man kills all of them. All of them. So just imagine Superman killing Thor, Wonder Woman, Vision, Batman, Aquaman, and Martian Manhunter in like a matter of like 3 minutes. It is fucking.
Is Iron Man still there?
There's no real counterpart to him. Well, the closest would be the Batman character in terms of that, like with the gear and the stuff. But he was definitely more Batman. He was a black dude named Darkwing, and he caught it. But there's tons of, but Omni-Man murks all of them like brutally. There's a Flash character. Oh God, like B-Walt, I'm just telling you, just watch the first episode, and if it don't get you, you ain't never gotta fuck with it. I don't know. I don't know how it won't. But episode 7 was off the hook. Zazi's in it. From Atlanta, she kills it. The story it goes from like this whodunit mystery to this CW like teeny bopper shit, horror story, back to some superhero shit. The narrative is amazing. It's everything MK is not. Character development. The guy from Rick and Morty makes an appearance. It's so good. It's so good. I just need you to watch one. Episode 7 was off the chain. Mahershala Ali's in it. He's got a character in it. He's got a great story. I want to say a little bit more, but anybody who saw 7, yes, Aaron, better than Sonic. But it's all. I think they got like maybe 1 or 2 more episodes, and everything's coming to the third, the final act. So
how long are the episodes?
An hour.
Damn, that is a lot of animation,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's all quality. It's good shit. It was kind of like Amazon was like, someone said, "Yeah, we got The Boys ready. All right, yeah, we'll buy that." And he was like, "Oh, well, we actually got this animated version of it too." Yeah, we'll take that one as well. How much for the combo? $7 off. Run that. It's that same feel. It's that same feel, but it's just adult animation. It's mwah. Mark Hamill's in it. He might not be in it for long though. He about to die. His character's about to die. It's so good, man. It's really good. It comes out Friday. So you can just sub out fatws. Oh, we got somebody else rocking with us. JR has joined the building.
JR is in the building.
So yeah, it's a good time. Aaron, to your point, Harley Quinn show was fire. that show was funnier, but the narrative in Invincible is better. I would say, don't get me wrong, Invincible's funny. Harley Quinn was funnier, but this is a better story, in my opinion. So
wait, what's the Harley Quinn
but
show?
just what the one with her and Poison Ivy.
I thought you was talking about some live action shit.
Nah.
Okay. Because
But
I'm
the
like, DC and live
did you
action
see the
don't
Harley
mix,
Quinn?
bro. What, that Birds of Prey shit or the animated shit?
The animated joint.
I caught like a little bit, but I need to pay attention to it.
I know how you like the boys be, Walt. I think you're gonna love Invincible, but I don't want to gas it up no more. But if you're a boys fan, a fan of the boys, I think anybody who's a fan of the boys is gonna like Invincible.
That doesn't sound right, regardless of how you say it. You're a fan of boys, the boys fan.
You see? Did you see me try to change it?
Right, you're trying to flip it. It didn't. It just,
It is what it is, right? I know. Moving on. Let's see. We have Yasuke coming on Netflix this Friday, dropping 6 episodes. Black samurai anime. Lakeith Stanfield, Oscar nominee. We'll talk about that later. Flying Lotus is doing the music. Both of them are executive producers. And while we're here, I want to give a shout out to Maya Tanita, who is a voiceover artist that was cast in Yasuke. I posted something on IG. She liked it. She commented on it. So shout out to her. Congrats to her. Appreciate the support. We'll be checking it out. Stop being a hater. Rorschach. Rorschach Black.
this guy.
But you should see yourself right now. Do you see how you look? You have a hat on, a mask, shades, and a hood.
I've got reasons for it, man.
And a headset.
I got reasons for it. Just keep going.
You're in episode 8 of Invincible. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Don't tell nobody.
But
Horsecock? You call me Horsecock?
Horseshack.
Horseshack. He gets a free t-shirt.
But I'm looking forward to it. We talked about it earlier, a couple episodes ago. I think it was Aaron that said the weird voice choice. Well, Lakeith is an EP, so that's probably how it got done. OK Player did a review on it. I guess they got a special preview of it. They also mentioned his voice in terms of the inconsistencies and how it's an issue at times and stuff like that. Look, I like black people. I like anime. And so I got Netflix, or I got a password at least. So it's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. And there's no more Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I need something to sub that in, supplement that situation. So B-Walt, you fucking with it? What you thinking?
Oh yeah. I gotta figure out some new shit to watch. You know what I'm saying? Clarence and the Winter Soldier is done. And Snowfall is done. So yeah, I'm gonna watch both Invincible and the Black Samurai. I'm watching both.
For sure. Aaron, and put it in the chat. What did you think of Afro Samurai? Did you like that? Where was it good, bad, somewhere in the middle? Chat us your thoughts on that. As far as I know, there won't be a cameo making him Yasuke, but anything is possible. But yeah, it should be a good time. It's only 6 episodes though, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see what they can do with the story. Moving on to our last thing, and as I brought it up, Lakeith Stanfield was an Oscar nominee for Best Supporting Actor. What you got here? Would you say, Aaron? Let me check it out. Only saw snippets. It was fun. Weird Sam Jack voice too. Yeah. Some creatives are so distinctive that they get in the way of you actually enjoying the content. Particularly when it comes to anime. You knew it was Sam. Like you knew both characters were Sam because Sam's voice is fucking Samuel L. Jackson. But watch the Oscars. B Wall, did you watch the Oscars?
Never watched the Oscars.
Okay. All right.
Until recently, there was really no representation. So what the fuck?
No, I
I
get
never
it.
watched the Oscars.
I get it. I absolutely get it. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on it because there was some, there were a couple of questionable things. Lakeith Stanfield was a nominee for Best Supporting Actor, but he was going up against Daniel Kaluuya, and they were both in the same movie, so they were nominated both as supporting actors.
Okay, so if they were both supporting actors, then who was the lead in that movie? Because I've seen it.
Exactly. And that was to me, that's that retarded white bullshit. Like you can't have two supporting actors. Like I've never seen that done with a movie that was predominantly white.
Who was the lead in the movie? It had to have been one of them two.
Ask the Academy. Who do you think the lead was?
I would have said it was McKee.
He was the lead?
I would have said it because you really explore what he's going through psychologically during the whole thing. And homeboy, Kaluuya, am I saying his name right? Kaluuya? Or do I just want to drink? Kaluuya?
Both. The answer is yes.
Well, Kaluuya, you know what I'm saying? He was a figure that the guy was like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was kind of removed from it. I take him as being more of a supporting role in that because it was really centered around what the snitch was going through.
Aaron says, I don't think there was going to be a lead. Side note, I wish Zendaya was thicker. Duly noted, Aaron. Thank you.
And
Thank you.
We agree.
We do agree. Respectfully, we agree. Good camera angle, we agree. But yeah, that's just frustrating because it's like we can't win for losing. And then let's talk about this Chadwick shit. Chadwick was up for Best Actor with his role in Ma Rainey on Netflix. He was up against, I forget all the nominees that were in the category. One of them was Anthony Hopkins in The Father. I believe that's the name of the movie. Anthony Hopkins won. The Academy is fucked up across the board in many different ways and numerous times when it comes to Black people in cinema. Denzel should have, the fact that Denzel still doesn't have an Oscar for Malcolm X is fucking ridiculous. And fuck up all the makeup calls. Like he still should get one for Malcolm X. Chadwick is gone. And there wasn't one time this dude didn't give you 100%. You may not like everything. You may have some issues or whatever case might be, because everything is subjective when it comes to this art. But he's not going to be able to make any other movies. And we lost him. We doesn't have him for Black Panther 2. We don't have him for Yasuke because I looked it up. He was to do the live action version of that. All that's off the table now. And he left, leaving you with his best. He left this place. He transitioned, leaving his best. Anthony Hopkins, I ain't seen the movie, but I respect Anthony Hopkins 100%. you can't get any more from Chad. Like, you literally can't get anything more than his best. They fucked it up. They fucked it up. This was an easy one. Like, and I'm not even about that. Usually, like, oh, just don't give it to him out of sympathy. He gave you his best every time. And I said this when we had Kaya back on the show months ago. Being a black man and trying to, not trying, but attempting to get something going in terms of Hollywood and the movie business, and I can only imagine what he had to go through, especially coming from where he came from. And he's gone. That still hurts me personally. It hurts me creatively. They had one chance to get it right and they didn't. And this is fucking bullshit. And it bothers me the fact that they would do this the same time when they had Daniel Kaluuya going against Lakeith Stanfield for the same category from the same fucking movie. Like, they still don't get it. They still don't get it. Like, I'm going off on a tangent, but listen, and that shit with what's my name, Arthur Brown, is that his name? The shooting that happened a couple days ago. With the that was essentially, it was called an execution. Listen, white people, and this ain't, if it ain't for you, then it ain't for you. But y'all gonna have to figure out where y'all place is in the next few years. And I'm fucking mean that. Like, the shit you got away with in the 80s and the 90s and just fucking 10 years ago. This shit is not gonna slide. So figure it out, because that's all we've been doing. No black man has ever been able to be successful without considering how he's going to have to deal with white people. That's what white privilege is. You've never had to consider us. Now you do. Now you have to consider everybody. So get this shit right. Figure it out. Because your white women love us.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Here we go.
Like, you only have so much time here. And I hate that, but that Chadwick shit bothers me. It really fucking bothers me. Like, Anthony Hopkins, I don't know how many awards he has or whatever the case might be. And this has nothing to do with him. But it's like there's nothing else he can do but give you his best, and that's all he's ever done. That's it. I'm gonna let it go for now, but that's just how I feel. Like, how do we hear about 2 more different shootings while we're still dealing with the shit in Minnesota? While we're still getting questions from that? Like, there's so many different issues that circle back to them, circle back to the cancer, them. Like, it's really frustrating. But I digress.
You okay?
I'm not, no, but I just felt like some shit needed to be said. I needed to get some shit off my fucking chest. You know, and I appreciate Anthony Hopkins being so respectful to Chad and things like that. But who's ever in that academy, and I don't care when you hear this, I don't care how many movies I've done or shows, or whatever the case might be. I fucking mean every word I'm saying, now and later. So I'm standing behind what I'm saying. So it is what it is. I'm done. I'm gonna shut up. Be Walt. Yeah.
You expect me to follow that 15-minute rant?
It's just like, we try to do a show and we appreciate y'all coming here, and I'm hearing about another killing and another question and another body cam footage with, you know, this motherfucker's in his car, he's getting shot in his head. Like, I don't even have to, my timeline can't even keep up with what the fuck is going on. And shout out to, I can't think of their names right now. They won an award for like best short on Netflix. And the black guy, the tall one, the first thing he said is, every day 3 black men are killed by cops. I might not have that verbatim, but that's essentially what he started with. And this is what he's talking about. Like, we can't even, like, Lakeith said this in a YouTube video. We just want to be left the fuck alone. That shit's on y'all. Your insecurities, your questions. You're right. You probably should have taught us how to read. It's too late. It's too fucking late. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh man, this is interesting. Dude, who the fuck?
And yeah, appreciate Aaron and JR for coming through.
You know who JR is, right?
I think I have an idea now.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You know who it is.
Hi. Hi, JR.
You hear him laughing, right? You hear him laughing? This nigga forgot to mute himself.
Oh
No,
man.
I can't. There's no way I can follow that rant. You've heard me rant before about different things. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from. It is a very frustrating scenario to be a part of. We live in this shit every day. You know, we walking out. Every time I get into my car, I kid you not, every time I get into my car, there's a thought in the back of my head that I can easily get pulled over and popped. Just because I'm me and the type of car that I got. Nothing more. You know what I'm saying? Every time I've ever, I guess, I mean, in the corporate world and entertainment, whatever, whenever you're dealing with white counterparts, it's always like you got to be 2-3 times better than them to get noticed for the same shit. I mean, I get that. So don't feel, you know, I know you don't feel embarrassed, but you know, it was worth you saying what you felt you needed to say. And I've done it enough times, so yay. You got it off the chest. You feel better? Feel better?
I mean, no, not really. I just you know, it's been pent up. I mean, me and you talk off camera. You already know where I've been and what's going on. So you know, I just that Chadwick thing, man, that really, because you know how I feel about the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, he didn't get to show out. Like Robert Downey has lived he has lived a full life. He has done drugs with names that I can't even spell. And he's been and when he leaves this place and transitions, they're gonna know him as Iron Man. That's it. There was a someone put up a billboard, paid money just 4 days ago to say bring Tony back. Like this is like 4 days ago. Like coming off of 420. From what I was told and what I understood about the narrative going forward for Black Panther and the Avengers with Chadwick in mind, he was supposed to replace Tony as the lead of the Avengers, which is something he does in the comics. And the fact that that's not going to happen, that shit fucks with me, bro. That really fucks with me. It really does, because I know I have an idea what he's had to do to work to get to that point. And it's just, I'm tired of having martyrs.
Well, I mean, Chad didn't go out because of something that directly, you know. I mean, I get where you're coming from. What's interesting to me when we explore this kind of shit is the stuff that makes people tick, right? Because for you, I mean, being in entertainment so long, for you, Chad getting snubbed at the Oscars is what brought you to this 15-minute soapbox, I have a dream, Malcolm X speech thing you got going on. I didn't even think twice about it because I don't give a fuck about the Oscars, but it's interesting to see what it is that makes people tick when you start talking about this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because my ass be watching CNN mad as hell at the red line and going on down in Georgia and shit. And that's what made me go off a couple weeks ago or whatever. It's just interesting to see because what they like to do is they like to try to put all Black folks in this little box and say, you know, we all go this way, we all go that way, we all do this, you know. But it's very interesting to see when you talk to individuals what it is that's actually making them like something like the Oscars. And I'm not saying it's meaningless because a lot of people pour their lives into this, to the art, trying to act right, do whatever. But something like the Oscars, I don't know. It's an institution. It's been around for a long time. They've been doing what they do for forever. But like all, westernized institutions, there's always an element of racism in them. That's why they exist in the first place in the way that they do. But the Oscars is never something that, like, it never got me to that point where I was so upset. Like, there's certain things that's like, why the fuck did Denzel win an Oscar for being a bad guy on Training Day when he should have won for Malcolm X, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he's playing into that stereotype angry black man that white people want to see, and he did it well, so he won an Oscar for that instead of being Malcolm X, which he should have won it for, I think. But for me, like that, like it doesn't elicit that kind of emotion for me because it's Oscars is like, yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit every year. They try to be inclusive, but it's really just pandering and posturing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's clumsy. And that's how you get two actors from the same movie competing against each other in the same category. Like, what the fuck? Like,
that shit was stupid to me. Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe I don't know enough about the game, but I always thought that there has to be a lead for a story. Even when you have those ensemble casts, there's always somebody that the story is kind of seen through more than the others, and that will be considered the lead. That's what I always thought. So the fact that both of them, I didn't even know about that till today. Because like I said, I didn't watch the Oscars. I never watched the Oscars. There's certain things that they're going to be biased, and if it's not in your face, I'd rather not be in my face. Some shit I like to keep in my face, like certain current events, news and shit like that. I'll be in that shit all day. But when it comes to the Oscars, and it's kind of like, so this is my first time even hearing that shit, but it doesn't make any sense.
Right, and they wouldn't do that. Like, they wouldn't do that with one of their movies because they never have. They never have. But whether they want to or not, this shit is changing. They, some of them, I'm not saying all of them. And if I know you and you're white and you taking this personal, then we can have that conversation. But I'm not talking about you. Talking about motherfuckers in Minnesota, these bullshit ass cops. I'm talking about bullshit ass cops, white cops all over this goddamn country. That's part of it. And then I'm talking about white people in general in these places of hierarchy that, again, going back just to reiterate, like, they've never had to consider. They don't know what it is to, like, well, what about black people? It's they need to figure it out. They do. It's frustrating.
I don't think we're waiting around for them to figure it out. And,
no one's waiting around.
And the thing about it, if you can pull anything good out of the last 4 years, if you can pull anything good out of the pile of shit that this country was in the last 4 years, it's that I think a lot of the minority groups that were segregated, like, we were kind of against each other in some ways because we were subscribing to the stereotypes that I'm not gonna say white folks, we would say white society, Western civilization is basically spread about all of us. We're starting to see that we're all kind of going through very similar things. And we're starting to kind of gain, at least here, starting to gain kind of a sense of solidarity in the sense that there is a root cause, a common root cause to all of our issues. That being this white supremacy, this perpetuation of white supremacy and shit like that. And I think we're all starting to see that. That's what's coming out of it that's good. You can't justify the violence and stuff against us. You can't justify the barriers that have been put in front of any minority group in this country. And I don't even, the term minority in itself is a fucking barrier in a lot of ways. You can make that argument. But I like I said, I think the good is that we're all starting to kind of see what the real issue is. And white folks, like I said, we ain't waiting around for them, but they know. It's some you know, they know.
No, I know. That's why they going out like this.
And we got a lot of progressive white folks who, you know, couldn't be considered allies and shit like that. But I really think collectively, the blacks and the browns and the in-betweens in this country, the non-white folks in this country, are really starting to wake up and see that we're all going through some sort of hurdle. Might not be exactly the same. You don't need to quantify it so much, but we're all going through some sort of hurdle that has been perpetuated by the same root cause, and that's important. That's important. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing sadder to me than, you know, seeing some little Asian woman getting beat up for no fucking reason, and then black and brown people sitting around watching it, not doing anything. Because if it was flipped and it was a black person getting the shit kicked out of them just for being black, we would be in an uproar about the very same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, like I think the only good thing that we can pull out of the last 4+ years is that we're all starting to understand what the root cause is. I mean, whether or not it's fixed in our lifetime, I doubt it, but you know, it has to start somewhere, and I think we're all starting to see it. You know what I'm saying? We live in the world of Google, and information is instantaneous. And black people have been talking about the way cops have been treating us since before there was TV. You know what I'm saying? So now people are seeing it in real time. People are experiencing it in real time. We all collectively understand what it means to be the other when white/Western society is gunning for you. We are all starting to see that now, you know. So that's the only, like I said, that's the only good thing that we can pull out of the last 4 years with those types of motherfuckers. And Aaron's right, we all need to get involved and
Yep. Facts.
Yeah. Cruise the lane and drive it hard.
Well, I think that's enough topics for tonight.
I'm gonna need you to go smoke something, brother.
Okay. You have to force me.
I want a full report on my desk in the morning because I don't do that.
Oh man. Aaron and JR, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part and being a part of the conversation. Hope you all come back. This is Brotherhood Language, approaching conversation kinetically about fiction. Podcast Mondays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Twitter, Instagram, BLACKAZFUK. And yes, maybe next time you can show your face.
Let's do it right now. Wait, homie. We got a minute? I can just click the camera, fam. Or is it?
You should be able to turn it on, but we got to do what we got to do.
Oh, that's true. We do got that thing. Fine. If he comes next week.
Come through next week, Aaron.
Come through next week. Bring 3,000 people.
Right. We'll get you a sweater. I promise.
A T-shirt.
No, we get him a sweater at least. You know.
Yeah, I need a sweater.
You had a sweater.
I had one, but then JR took it. But hey, what on some real shit? I know we gotta go, but wasn't nothing funnier than that, man. Me and JR was out, and he was wearing a hoodie that said "black as fuck." He had the shit on.
It was amazing. But it fit perfectly, though. It fit perfectly.
Right. It looked like it was made for him.
Right. It was on some it was meant to be type shit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like Stephen Strange in the Cape. You know what I mean?
The collar's cool, baby. The collar's cool. Now we gotta go. Black as fuck. Every Monday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. www.blackafhq.com. Strength and blessings to y'all. We'll see you next week. Goddamn.
Brotherhood blank approaching conversation kinetically about big shit. This is Blackest.